What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzlies homer, Memphis X, and I talk hoops. Today, I am talking about if the Grizzlies have a chance to become the number one team in the Western Conference. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
Piano.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops, so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Ja Morant spiking, let's go, boy. He that MVP.
This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. While you are here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified every time I drop a video. I have a goal to reach 3,000 subscribers by the playoffs, and I'm going to need your help to get there. Thank you. Well, last night, the Grizzlies eked out a close win against the Dallas Mavericks without Luka Doncic. And now you know why I was saying I really hope Luka Doncic would take another game off. The Grizzlies are not at full strength. Of course, they're missing 3 rotation players right now. And any win they get is a great win. So last night was a great win for them. It was an interesting game, of course. They were rescued by the bench last night, specifically Santi Aldama, who had 22 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from three-point line, and a whopping 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Dallas had no size that can contain the Grizzlies, and unfortunately, last night, Jaren Jackson took the last game to go and have a spaz attack or whatever he did and commit 2 of the silliest fouls in a row back-to-back. That ended up getting his 5th foul early in the third quarter and had to sit until the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. But the bench came in and hustled. Santi Aldama, John Conchar, who had 7 rebounds, David Roddy, who had 6 rebounds, Luke Kennard, who even had 4 rebounds. They came in, they hustled, and they made enough shots to cut a 16-point lead and cut it all the way down to where they took the lead. So you have to commend the bench for rescuing them last night. It was a great win because, like I said, any win is good, especially a win when you were basically left for dead in the third quarter. And luckily for me, this one I did not get frustrated and turn off. And I was able to experience the entire comeback. So that was good. Now, let's talk about, can the Grizzlies catch the Denver Nuggets? The Denver Nuggets are currently 48-24. The Memphis Grizzlies, 44-27. So we have to lose 3 less games than the Denver Nuggets from here on out. Now, as we can see, the Denver Nuggets, Denver Nuggets they have, hold on, let's do this again. Let's pull this up. The Denver Nuggets have 10 games left, and it starts off tomorrow against the Washington Wizards. And if you can see by I put up this little graphic right here. I have the Denver Nuggets projected at 5-5. I think they're going to split their questionable games. I think they're going to lose at Phoenix. And they're going to win at Utah. I think Utah will be firmly, but it's questionable. because I don't know if Durant's going to be back in that Phoenix game, and I don't know if Utah's going to be out of the play-in race on April 8th. Those why I have questions about those, and I just split the difference, and I have them at 5-5. I have them losing at Phoenix April 6th. I predict that Durant will be back by then, and I have them losing to Milwaukee and Philadelphia back-to-back over the weekend, and beating Washington Wednesday because Washington will be on the second game of back-to-back. And I have them losing to Sacramento to end the season because, just because. I don't think they'll be having anything to play for, and I think they'll be sitting all of their starters in that game. Now, 5-5 is not great, but they did their work early, so they can cruise to the finish. Now, I did include the Sacramento Kings just because I wanted to, see if they had a chance. But they're too far out of it. I think they'll go 7-4 the rest of the way. I think they're going to have a little win streak in here. They have a nice little easy padded schedule. Because I respect their home crowd. I think they're going to lose tonight versus the Celtics. But then I think they're going to go on a 6-game winning streak, lose at New Orleans and Dallas. I predict Zion's going to be back by this game. Dallas is going to be fighting for their lives. And like I said, I have this question mark at the Denver game, but I projected them to lose it. So it is what it is, 7-4 for them. And that 7-4 would have them at 50-32. 50-win season for the Sacramento Kings. It's like manna from heaven for them. And, that 5-5 will have the Denver Nuggets at 53-29. So, as you can see, the Grizzlies will need to at least win 9 games to even tie the Denver Nuggets. And right now, I have the Grizzlies going 8-3. Now, I have question marks by at New Orleans and at Oklahoma City because I don't know, if they're going to have anything to play for against Oklahoma City. And I don't know if Zion's going to be playing because I don't predict Zion's going to play back-to-backs, but you can see they have us on the 5th, and then they have the Kings the night before on the 4th. So I don't know which game, if Zion is back, which game he'll play in. So it's a question mark. But I think the Grizzlies are about to have a nice little easy run-up with Ja Morant returning. So it might get them a little closer, and put some intrigue into it. I think the Grizzlies are going to win 5 in a row, split the LA games, win a couple at Chicago and versus Portland. And then who knows what they do on the road to close out the season because we don't know who's playing or any of that. So I have the Grizzlies finishing with 52 wins, 52-30, which would be a nice season for the Grizzlies, especially with all that's happened since the new year. Anything at 50 wins or above would be great. So that's where I have it. So I don't project the Grizzlies to have enough to actually catch the Denver Nuggets, unfortunately, but they should still firmly be in second place in the West. Peace.